Presidential contenders are ramping up their campaigns for next week's New Hampshire primary.
Republicans are watching a sudden surge for Marco Rubio, while the two remaining Democrats faced off in a debate. KTLA's John Fenoglio is live in the newsroom with updates on the road to New Hampshire. John.
We share Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders just wrapping up their debate a few hours ago. And if you were hoping for sparks, well, tonight you got them. The two Democrats sparred for the first time tonight. And there is a new fight brewing amongst Republicans, some of whom are hoping to close the gap in their low polls, much like Marco Rubio did in Iowa.
Tonight, Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders going head-to-head.
Let's talk about the issues that divide us.
Okay, let's talk
we
about
both
issues.
agree with campaign finance reform.
Vying for the coveted title of standard bearer of progressive values.
What being part of the establishment is in the last quarter having a super PAC that raised $15 million from Wall Street.
Senator Sanders is the only person who I think would characterize me, a woman running to be the first woman president, as exemplifying the establishment.
Mrs. Clinton faced an uphill battle. Recent polls showed Mr. Sanders with a double-digit lead, but Clinton didn't back down.
The Republicans want to repeal the Affordable Care Act. I want to improve it. I want to build on it, get the cost down, get prescription drug costs down. Senator Sanders wants us to start all over again.
Mrs. Clinton touted her progressive experience, while Mr. Sanders stuck to his message of greater opportunity for the middle class. Both candidates touched on a theme of unity.
And instead of arguing about definitions, let's
You
talk
began it yesterday with your
what
comments.
we should do.
We'll get things done together. Democrats, Republicans, independents, we're going to make progress together when I'm president.
For Republicans, a different fight.
I'd like to use really foul language. I won't do it. I was going to say they're full of shit.
Recent polls show Donald Trump with a commanding lead, with Marco Rubio now emerging as a second-place contender in New Hampshire.
It's not just at the Democrats. You should be angry at Republicans, too. You don't run up a $20 trillion debt without bipartisan cooperation.
Rubio's bump drawing fire from rivals who are fighting to claw their way back to viability.
He acts like the King of England. He has a press aide stand next to him and pre-select which reporters will get to ask him questions.
Well, with just 5 days until voters can cast their votes, a lot can change. At least a third of New Hampshire voters remain undecided. I'm John Fenoglio in the newsroom, and I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, John, thank you. And stay with KTLA5 and KTLA.com for continuing coverage of the road to New Hampshire and election 2016.